Everybody move. Everybody fucking move. We have finally got a date announcement for the 5th and final season of You. So wake up from your winter nap because it's happening on April 24th. The 5th and final season of You will be released on Netflix. We've been waiting for a year. Okay, not to be dramatic, they started filming in March. We still have been waiting. It finally happened. We have a date, April 24 again, so you don't forget it. Okay, write it down in your calendar. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry. I have a cat with me today, and this cat will not shut up. Everything alright, darling? Alright. April seems so far away, but actually we are in the end of January, so it's not so long anymore, okay? I think it's like 93 days? I'm not sure. I need to look, but I don't want to look, okay? I'm not sure. But anyway, if someone would have told me I will start season 2 of OWY with a date announcement, I would have laughed. But here we are with season 2 and a date announcement. And with that, people, hello, you, and welcome back to Obsessed with You, the You podcast from fans for fans. I'm Anne, and I'm your host. Do you see anything different? Okay, yeah, I got short hair, but that's not what I mean. I got a new podcast background. And I'm not gonna lie, it's still as ugly as the other one, but it's a bit of an upgrade, okay? I'm at least comfortable now. Like in the last video episode, I was sitting on the ground on a cold wall with like, I think a printed out picture and then those two pictures. But now I'm at least on a couch and I'm feeling comfortable. It's pretty dark because I didn't really like the lighting, but I think it's fine. I think it's giving cozy. I'm not sure though. I'm so sorry for everyone who's just listening to this podcast because you're just like, what is she talking about? I'm just hearing your voice. But you also got something new. And that is the new podcast cover. How do you like it? I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love the new cover. I knew, like, in the middle of season 1 that I wanted to change the aesthetic, the theme, but I've been waiting for season 2 to do that. And I really never had an idea on what to do. But then you released the first poster with, like, Joe in the newspapers, and I was like, hell yeah, this is my new theme. So I sat down, I shot, I edited, and now we have a new cover. I hope you like it because I love it, and people on Instagram apparently love it too, because it got confused with like a real poster for like a spin-off or something way too many times. I'm so sorry to break it to you, it's not a spin-off, it's not I don't know what, it's just my podcast. But the comments were lovely. Everyone was like, oh my god, you're so pretty. I'm like, thank you. There was also a lot of Photoshop on that, okay? But thank you still. Anyway, that is enough about me. Today we will talk about everything we know so far about the 5th and final season. We will shortly talk about shooting, and then we will talk about returning characters, new characters, and in the end we will do a little analyze of the 3 posters we got and the little teaser video. So make yourself comfortable, get a cup of tea, and enjoy. So we all know that filming started in March last year. I think it was 26, but I'm not sure because my first post was on March 26th. 26. OMG. I can't speak today. And yeah, as we all know, Joe is returning to New York City. So we are back where everything began. And he also brought back Mooney's. So we literally have a full circle moment. We're back where everything started. We have the bookstore again. And I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I would love to go into Mooney's and just buy a book because it seems so cozy. I don't know, here in Germany, you don't really have that kind of bookstores. It just all really is it an English word? Commerce? Commerce? Is it commerce? In German we call it Kommerz. I'm not really sure what's the English word for that. It's just really, not really cozy and you don't want to be there. We have like three big bookstore chains. But, I just want some little cute, tiny bookstore like Mooney's. And I mean, if I would find someone like Joe, not from his behavior, from the looks, okay? I wouldn't say no, not gonna lie. By the way, because I just said something in German, I thought that every episode in this season, I want to teach you a German word. And for the first word, I thought of Obsession, which simply means obsession. I think it's not that hard. It's not C2 level English, German. But I never said it was, okay? I just want to teach you some funny little German words. So the first one, again, Obsession. Ich habe eine Obsession mit dir. I have an obsession with you. Obsession is just... the thing is, I'm German, okay? So German is obviously my mother tongue. But I hate that language so much because it just doesn't sound good. Like when I'm talking English, I have my attitude, I'm not the best English speaking person, but I just feel myself, I can express my feelings, and then I'm switching back to German and I'm like, what am I even talking about? And sometimes I even forget German words. And then I'm like, okay, what is it in English? Maybe I can translate, and then I also forget it in English, and yeah, then I'm thinking about Spanish or Russian because, yeah, I can speak a bit of Russian and a bit of Spanish, but not really much. As I said, we're back in New York City. We have Mooney's back, and I'm going to quote Pan Bachelor in the news TUDUM. It's so embarrassing, but I just recently learned that TUDUM is just a sound that Netflix make when you open the app. Because I was talking to a friend and I was like, okay, I have this website or this event. It's called TUDUM. How do you pronounce it? Because as I said, I'm German, so I was like, TUDUM? How is it pronounced? And she was like, it's a sound that Netflix makes. It's TUDUM. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I don't know what I thought. I haven't really thought about it. Okay, I was just like, yeah, well, it's a name, but apparently it's a sound. Now you know. So I'm gonna quote. Every season they manage to find new space to make it interesting and relevant. And this season, I think somehow coming back to where it started allowed for it to just become grounded in the way that it needs to also have this kind of spectacular finish. And not gonna lie, I love a good spectacular finish. I love it. And I would love for Joe to get what he deserves. I also gonna quote Michael Foley. Oh my god. Names are not my thing today. But he is an executive producer who also serves as a showrunner for season 5. We always said that we would stop after 5 and that in a perfect world we would bring Joe back home to New York. We love the idea of things coming full circle for him. We're excited by the fact that Joe came home as such a different person than who we saw in season 1. At the core of a final story for Joe is this dichotomy of the old and the new. If you want to read the full TUDUM news article thingy, I will put the link down in the description for you. The whole filming thing is not really a secret. I mean, we all followed the filming over the weeks, a month, and sometimes we even got some big surprises. I will not go into too much detail about it because A, I don't want to spoil you guys, and B, we don't have confirmation for everything that we saw, because some pictures could be misleading. So I don't want to tell you guys wrong things. But if you still want to see those spoilers where I'm not sure if it's really right, you can just go on my Instagram page and scroll down. Most times you will see a big red spoiler warning as the first picture, and you will find it easily. And by the way, because I'm talking about the big red spoiler pictures, I recently found out that my posts were used in an online news article. Isn't that crazy? Like, I was just Googling my Instagram name because I just, wanted to do that. And then I found an article with my name, and they literally like wrote my name and then the Instagram posts. And it was so crazy. Like, I felt so fame. Just wait until this podcast is in the news, okay? Dream big, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast will never be in the news, but I don't care. Actually, we also just hit 20 subscribers here on YouTube. Isn't that crazy? And I think we're 33 on Spotify right now, which is also super, super crazy because you need to imagine those are 53 people. And just imagine standing in a room talking to 53 people who are listening to you. This is crazy. And the fact that I'm talking about a Netflix show, like, I'm not talking about self-help, mental health, or I don't know what, like, all those big topics. I'm just talking about a Netflix show, and still 53 people are listening, and this is crazy. Do you want to say hello, or do you want to say hello? Okay, this is Penn Batchley, by the way. I'm so sorry, the cat is going crazy today. Am I even looking at the camera? The light is so bright, it's burning in my eyes. Anyway, as I said, you will find the spoiler pictures on my Instagram profile. But what is confirmed, though, are the returning characters for the season, which are obviously Joe Goldberg. Who would have thought? Joe's back. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody clap. Okay, enough. It's just Joe Goldberg. Then back again is Kate, obviously. I'm still praying every night that she makes it out alive. And then also returning is little Henry. This is so cute. This is so cute. Like, this little kid, he's not even little anymore. He's like, I don't know, 5, 6, which is crazy. Why is this child so big now? I just recently learned that apparently he was around 3 in season 3 in the ending. But now he seems like 5, 6. He seems so big. But I'm still so excited to see him. I'm just excited to see his personality and if he's more like Joe or more like Love. I'm just hoping he's none of them. Because if he would be like Love, we don't need another sociopath, okay? And if he's like Joe, please don't follow his path, okay? Just be your own person. And I also want to see if he's more like a Joe kid or more like a Kate kid. You know what I mean? Like, more like a father's child or more like a mother's child. And I hope he's just very good with Kate and that he just hates Joe, not gonna lie. I want him to hate his own father, okay? Would love that. We also saw Elizabeth, Tati, and Tilly on set. So it seems like that Beck, Marianne, and Lady Phoebe are also gonna return for the season. And in the date announcement video thingy, we also saw some characters such as Will Bellerheim, Benji, Delilah. I didn't wrote down more. I think, oh my god, what was her name? Cherry and Carrie? I always forget this too. I'm sorry. I mean, they were a big part of the plot, but I don't know, I just always forget them. I'm sorry. So these were in the trailer or in the teaser. It's not really a trailer, it's a teaser. Which could suggest that those characters are also returning, but this is not confirmed. But I hope a bit that we see Delilah again. I mean, obviously she would be a ghost because she's dead. Rest in peace, Delilah. But I don't know, I just would love to see her again. So as I said, we have new characters this season, and I will tell you all about them. Wait, okay. So first off, we have Madeline Bruin as Bronte. So today is not my name day. Okay. When I first read the name, I was like, how the fuck do I pronounce that? Like, I never heard that name in my entire fucking life. Okay, we don't have that name in Germany. So before I started the recording, I googled her name, and then I found a YouTube video of the Bronte sisters. I think it's a British thing, but I'm not sure. I didn't watch the whole video, okay? I'm sorry. I just wanted to know how to do the pronunciation. So, as I said, it's Bronte sisters, so I just gonna say Bronte. If you know how to pronounce a fucking name, please write it down in the comments. I don't know how, but just send me a DM. Send me a DM with a voice memo and be like, oh, it's actually pronounced that in that way, because I don't know how to say it. Okay, so it's Bronte. Madeline also have a character description. I'm gonna read it to you. So, Bronte is an enigmatic and free-spirited playwright who comes to play, love it, who comes to work for Joe at his bookstore. As the two connect over literature and loss, she stokes in him a nostalgia for his former self, causing him to question everything his life has become. So she's the reason Joe's like, what the fuck did I do? I killed people. I killed my love back. I killed love. I abandoned my child. Okay, I'm so sorry. But just imagine Joe having like a full-blown mental breakdown and be like, I just killed everybody around me. Yeah, that will never happen. He's like, oh well, they deserved it. And to be fair, there were some people who deserved it. Henderson is a good example. Henderson deserved everything. Henderson deserved every shit that happened, okay? Returning to our new characters, we also have Anna Camp, who will play twins, and these are Regan and Maddie Lockwood. Regan Lockwood is the cunning cutthroat CFO of the Lockwood Corp, who has her eyes on the throne and will crush any adversary, be them family or not. Okay, we love a good cunning character. We love a good. She seems like a bit of antagonist for Joe, so I'm excited about that. But as I said, we also have Maddie Lockwood, the twin. Maddie presents as the unserious twin, a twice-divorced socialite whose job is regularly PR. But make no mistake, a master manipulator lies beneath Maddie's frivolous facade. English is not my language today. So, we have twins, we have a cutthroat CFO, and we have a master manipulator. Everything's normal. Both actually seem to me as an antagonist for Joe. I don't know. Maybe they're different, but for me it seems like they're both antagonists. I don't really have an opinion on them yet. I'm just excited to see Anna play those characters and play these twins. Yeah, but the Lockwood family is not finished yet because we also have a brother. And this is Teddy Lockwood, played by Griffin Matthews. Teddy is described as the snarky yet loyal brother-in-law of Joe Goldberg. I'm not sure about this word, but my translator said it's a confidant who was never fully accepted by the Lockwood family. Teddy brings authenticity and empathy to a family for whom such things are a foreign concept. And I don't know about you, but I already love him. I don't know, he seems sweet, and I love that. He seems like a character I would love, so I'm just excited to see him, not gonna lie. I just, yeah. I, I mean, we all know a bit about the Lockwood family, teeny tiny bit, and this family really needs a character like Teddy, so love that for him. Love it. So excited to see the character in play. We also got a little front group, and and this is Natasha Benham as Dominique. Dominique is in fact a passionate, clever, loyal young woman. Despite her wealthy upbringing, she is a headstrong caretaker among her scrappy artist friends. And I mean, I didn't really have a big opinion on her yet, but from the description, she seems like a lovely character. I love it. She has a wealthy upbringing, but she's still down to earth, and love that. And I love a good caretaker role because I'm also a caretaker. So, yeah, maybe Dominique is for me. I don't know. But actually, I think the next character will be my favorite. I don't know why, but the description screams me. And this is B.S. Phoenix. Phoenix is screwed and resourceful with a strong moral code. Their young life was abandoned by tragedy, setting them on a course that led to New York and a search for renewed purpose. And when I was reading it, I felt that because I was like, well, I also had a lot of tragedy, and I'm also trying to find renewed purpose in life. And now I'm doing a podcast. The irony. Anyway, but I was just like, okay, I'm also, searching for a reason in life, a purpose. So maybe that will be my favorite character. I don't know. And then imagine they die in like the first episodes. I'm like, oh my god, yay, I love them. And then they die. I don't know. I feel like this could happen. I don't want that to happen, but I feel like it could. So, Phoenix, baby, stay strong. For me, for us. I need you, okay? Thank you. Then we also have Tom Francis as Clayton, a pretentious, self absorbed wannabe author whose vindictive, controlling nature draws Joe's attention. So, I don't really have an opinion on him now. I'm just. Yeah. I mean, he's a wannabe author. And he draws Joe's attention, so I don't really know how to feel about him actually. So yeah. Next on the list, we have Pete Ploshek. Let's just call him Pete because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I would say Ploshek. I don't know. So, but Pete is playing Harrison, Joe's golden retriever brother-in-law, a former pro football player and trophy husband to Regan Lockwood. Harrison must balance the needs of his family with his own heart's desires. So, what is it that his heart is desiring? Okay, probably he just wants to play football, but then there's family, and he's like, okay, I can't play pro football now because I have a family. This is probably the plot. I tell you now. I don't know shit. I think we saw like one photo of him on set, so we never really saw him. But that's just my guess that he wants to play football. But then there's like Regan, and it's like, but we need to be a family, I don't know. Maybe it's something completely different. I don't know. We will see on April 24. And also, relatively new, we got a star guest role, and this is Detective Marquez, played by Nava Mao. When this was released, when those news came out, I screamed because I love her so much. Like I watched Baby Reindeer last year, and I fucking loved her performance. You can't, and I love her. She's so gorgeous, and I was so excited. I'm still excited. I'm still super excited to see her in You. And she doesn't really have a description, or I was blind and didn't find it. But yeah, she's just a detective. So I guess she will cross paths with Joe. So I'm so sorry. I need to pet the cat. This is important because this cat needs love. Joe also needs some love. So a lot of new characters to stir some drama in Joe's life. And I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. I'm still praying for his downfall, actually. Every night, when I'm in bed, I'm like, oh, please, Lord. I want the downfall of Joe Goldberg. So, everybody, take a deep breath. Take a sip of water. Stay hydrated. Because I have a question for you. Do you remember where you were December 19th? Because I remember it all too well. I was sitting in my bed playing fucking Scrabble. Because you finally had released the first 2 posters for this season. And the first thing I noticed were the first thing I noticed were the red letters. Big, fat, red. Some were circled, some were like underlined. And it's no secret that I'm a Swiftie, so I just knew they had to mean something. I just knew. And then we got confirmation, so I sat down, I wrote every letter, and I was trying to figure out what they mean. But from the beginning, we will start with the first poster. And this is a poster that inspired my new podcast cover. So we got Joe inside of Mooney. The camera is outside in front of a window, and we see a lot of newspapers showing us pictures of Delilah, Tom Lockwood, Marianne, Benji, Beck, Nadia, and Love. The titles of the news were simply like, where is he? Or what happened? Is she really dead? I don't know. I don't really remember the titles, but it was something like that. I just think it wasn't really important, So, we got at least pictures of them. And as I said, Joe, and in the background, Mooney's. Yeah, but then there were those red letters. And to unscrabble those letters took me a embarrassing long time. Like, it's crazy. But I finally found out. And it says, secrets do not stay buried. Which could mean that some dead characters could return. And also Joe thinks that Marianne is dead. We're surprised, Joe. She's not. She's alive. Have fun. Have fun. But this wasn't the only poster. We got a second one. And the second one was Joe's trophy box. If it's what it's called, I don't know, like, the box full of things. Like a box. But in this box we had Beck's book, a watch, heart-shaped glasses, who could be Alice or Candace's, I don't know. We got some teeth, a library card with Joe's and Marianne's name, a photo of Beck, and Joe's name tag from Mooney's. And of course, again, the newspapers we had in the first poster. And we got some rose petals. I don't know if the rose petals mean something, but they were there. The other things like the library card and the teeth, and I think there was a ring. Did I mention a ring? I don't know. And the watch, it was just like from all his past victims. Like obviously Beck's book, And the message here, because again there were red letters, the message here was simpler to find because it was less letters and it was a simple goodbye, you. That was easy. I loved it. And I love those posters. I don't know, I think people don't really appreciate the second poster I just mentioned, but I really love it because it's just like so simple, you know? I just love it. But brand new and just released is the date announcement teaser video thingy we got. I screamed. I screamed when Pen told us, hello, you. I screamed. I was like, oh my god, hi, what's poppin'? Yeah. Most of those scenes in the teaser we got were old, but there were also some new shots. For example, the first two, like the flight over New York and Joe walking down the street. And actually, the new scenes are pretty easy to identify because the old ones from past seasons were like kind of gold and really bright. And the newer scenes were like some kind of bluish indigo. Well, they were blue tinted, okay? They were pretty dark, and you just see the difference between past seasons and season 5. None of those scenes really gave anything away. Like, as I said, we got the flight over New York, we got Joe walking down the street, we got a quick overlook over Mooney's, Joe opening the door, and then we have a quick snap to Mooney's. Then we have a shot of Joe's true love, his only love, the cage. But then there was a small scene for like a millisecond, a teeny tiny little scene. When I first watched it, I didn't even see it, and this is Joe inside the cage and 2 people in front of the cage. And I swear to God, I just saw the scene because someone pointed it out. I watched the trailer like 2 or 3 times before I posted it, and I never saw the scene. It's, I think, between Delilah and Cherry and Carrie. I'm not sure. Like as I said, a millisecond. And I had to stop the video, and then I took a screenshot. What was that? I took a screenshot. And I zoomed in, and as I said, it was Joe in the cage and some people in front of it, 2 people. And for me, it seems like it's Kate and Henry, but I'm not sure. And also, I'm blind as shit, and the picture was fucking blurry. So I don't know. Maybe it's someone completely different. But for me, it seems like it was Kate and Henry, which I would love. Imagine Kate is the one putting Joe in the cage. Alone the fact that Joe is in the cage, like, I fucking love it, okay? Like, let him rot there. Like, bye, Joe. Starve to death, I don't know. Just bye. Die. The rhyme. Oh, also, there was another new scene, which is the last scene of the teaser. And this is just Joe telling us, goodbye, you. Just thinking about it give me so much chills. Like, I'm not really ready to say goodbye. Even though it's the right thing to do. Like, 5 seasons is like the perfect running time for a show, you know? But I'll let you know, I will binge watch the show, like the season, in one sitting, in one day. If you didn't know now, all 10 episodes will be released on the same day, April 24. So you can binge watch it. It's not part 1 and part 2 like in season 4. It's all in one part, so don't worry. You can binge. Maybe we should do a little rewatch of the old seasons. Maybe we should do that. That would be kind of fun. I will think about it. I don't really know yet, but let me think. Let me breathe, okay? I almost forgot. We also got a new poster. This poster was so crazy. We got Joe in the cage, and the fucking cage is filled with water. And yes, it's water. Because some people out there try to convince me that it's blood. Ladies and gentlemen, if your blood is that liquid and that translucent, please, I beg you, please go to a doctor, because this is not a normal state for blood. I don't really know if I'm just like not blind and I can see things right, but everyone was like, oh my god, it's blood. Just because the whole picture was tinted red. Have you ever seen blood? Blood is thick and it's not translucent. This shit was translucent. It was just water. And yeah, the whole picture was tinted red. But still, it's water. It's not blood. Imagine so much blood. Ew. Anyway, as I said, it's water. Okay, so Joe in the water in the gauge. And, well, what can I say? Pan Battery was serving. Like, I was on FaceTime with my best friend because we were talking about the teaser, and I didn't even know if I should say, oh my god, he's so fine, or if I should be terrified, because the poster was so unsettling. Like, imagine waking up in the middle of the night and someone is looking at you like that. I would scream. I don't know, I would be like, oh my god, please let me live. It was unsettling. It was creepy, just creepy. But still a sleigh, though. He served. I loved it. That was so crazy. And also, there was a little title above the logo, which said, "To the last breath." I mean, yeah, the poster took away my breath. I'm so unfunny today. Lord have mercy. I always try to make jokes, but I'm just not funny. I try my best, but I'm just not, okay? Maybe I should do funerals, because apparently I'm not funny. Oh, man. I'll do funerals. Just imagine. I mean, I'm in between jobs right now. Maybe I should think about doing funerals. But the thing is, I can't be serious in serious situations, so I would stand there in front of everyone and just laugh. Oh, your grandma just died. Oh, that's funny, my dear. Oh my god, this is not funny. But my grandma really died, so it's okay. It's okay. But that is all we know so far about the 5th and final season of You. Let me know your predictions down in the comments. As I said, the season will come out April 24, and until then, we have a lot of episodes. Actually, this is episode 9, right? Yeah, this is episode 9. Oh my god. Next episode is our 10th episode. We should do something special. Oh my god. 10 episodes. I love it. It feels like a little birthday. This is so cool. Anyway, in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on Spotify and co. Because, unlike Joe, I promise not to read too much into it. And hey, if you ever need to rant about a creepy neighbor or just want to talk about season 5 and predictions and stuff, slide into my DMs. I won't put you in a cage. I promise. Until next time, keep your social media on private and stay safe, because you never know who's watching. Bye!